He was just everything that you could ever want in a son.
Oregon, stop recording me.
This is Junior. He died by suicide in April 2020. He had just turned 18. After his death, his mother Kelly found he had been accessing a website where people discussed suicide. He had been given direct instructions on how to take his own life by other members on the site. Kelly is now campaigning to have that site shut down.
I believe that my son would still be here had he not been on that website.
But Junior's story isn't the only one. Families from all over the world have also lost loved ones after they used the same website. Like Kelly, they say the forums should be made illegal, and they want them to be shut down. Here in the UK, politicians and campaigners are fighting to have sites like this regulated by law. But freedom of speech protections means this will be difficult, and some people say we should be allowed to discuss suicide without being censored. So why are some people using online forums to help them end their lives? And will they ever be shut down?
That's who? Me?
Junior, he was my only son, and Junior was a very, very, very good kid. Very, always very good in school. Always, he was just so smart as far as like researching things. Anything he wanted to find out about, I'm telling you, he would find out about it. It didn't matter what it was, and he especially loved the weather. He would, it's been crazy with every storm, especially being over here and going through like hurricane season, and it was weird not having him like message me. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Junior started struggling with depression and psychosis a few months before he died. Kelly says he became fixated on his health and spent hours researching things he thought might be wrong with him. At some point, he came across a suicide forum where other users told him how to end his life.
April 25th comes around, and that is the day that I found him. And that that website was on his phone. Why is there even a site like this available, giving this type of information with people that are clearly not in a good place themselves and clearly not qualified at all to be giving my child advice on, how to end his life? It's like a Facebook for death. I mean, literally, it's set up like Facebook, right? You can private message, you can like, emojis, share images, you have usernames. I mean, everything is set up to mimic a social media site.
The people who run the website say that they provide a space where people can talk about suicidal thoughts without fear of being judged or censored. But while most mental health experts agree that these feelings should be spoken about more often, they say material that discusses methods could put someone more at risk of ending their own life.
If a patient or a person says to me that they have been looking at suicide forums and exploring methods, for example, I see that as an extremely red flag danger sign, because in order to die by suicide, not only do you have to have the thoughts, but you also have to have the means. And it's really important as part of our training that we try and mitigate risk by reducing the access to means.
Joe was 23 when he took his own life after he was told where to buy lethal substances on the same forum as Junior. His family lives in Leeds and have been campaigning with their local MP to have the site banned in the UK.
We don't want another family to go through what we're going through, and to stop it. It's horrible.
My colleagues in Parliament, shocked when they've heard about these suicide forums. There was a debate in Parliament last week on online harm, and more people are becoming aware of this. And there's a determination from people from different political parties to secure the change that's required on this. People are horrified and they want to take action. And because the government's been talking about an online harms bill, the government are in a good position to listen to Joe Somner's campaign and take the action that's required. And I'd urge them to take that action, and to take that action as soon as possible.
At the end of 2020, the UK government drafted a bill aiming to safeguard people on the internet. If it's passed, it means that online companies will have a duty of care towards their users, legally requiring them to remove harmful content online. But many of these forums aren't based in the UK, and those who run them use proxy services to hide their identities. This makes them a lot harder to regulate, and it means countries will have to work together to protect vulnerable people from accessing dangerous material online.
The atmosphere about internet regulation is changing. We've got the government's proposals. The EU has also released proposals to regulate platforms. There are discussions generally in the US at the moment. It won't be easy, but the fact is that it is now being discussed.
So even though internet regulation is still in its early days, Kelly and Catherine say suicide forums are just too dangerous to be ignored. And even though it may take some time, they say they'll keep campaigning until the internet is safer for us all.